Ever wondered how a bug in your code literally meant an actual bug? Meet the woman behind it all, Grace Hopper. She not only coined the term debugging, but also helped create one of the most influential programming languages in history, COBOL. Without her, who knows where software would be today? Stick around to hear the incredible story of Grace Hopper and how she made history with COBOL. In the early days of computers, when machines were the size of rooms and programming meant flipping switches, one woman stood out from the rest: Rear Admiral Grace Hopper. Known as the Queen of Code, Grace wasn't just ahead of her time, she defined it. Grace Hopper wasn't just a programmer, she was a visionary. In the 1940s, she was one of the first programmers of the Harvard Mark I, one of the earliest electromechanical computers. But that was just the beginning. In 1959, the world was getting smaller. Businesses were going global, and there was a need for a common programming language that could be understood by anyone, not just computer scientists. Enter Grace Hopper, who had a wild idea: what if you could write code in English? That's right. Hopper believed that programming languages should be easy for humans to read and understand, so she became a key figure in the development of COBOL, Common Business-Oriented Language. Her work helped create a language that allowed businesses to process vast amounts of data in an efficient, understandable way. Look at this. Instead of obscure symbols or confusing commands, COBOL reads almost like a regular sentence. This was revolutionary at the time. Now, let's talk about one of the most famous stories in computer science, the first computer bug. One day, Grace Hopper and her team were working on the Mark II computer, when the machine stopped working. After some investigating, they found the culprit, a moth trapped in the relay. Grace taped the bug into the logbook, and the term debugging was born. Of course, nowadays, debugging means something quite different, but it all started with an actual bug. COBOL might seem like ancient history, but here's a fun fact: it's still everywhere. In fact, around 80% of the world's business transactions are processed by COBOL code. From ATMs to credit card payments, COBOL is running in the background, keeping our financial systems afloat. That's right. Even though COBOL was created over 60 years ago, it's still crucial to industries today. And it's all thanks to Grace Hopper's belief in a language that anyone could understand. Grace Hopper wasn't just a technical genius, she was a relentless advocate for innovation. She famously said, "The most dangerous phrase in the language is, 'We've always done it this way.'" And that mindset led her to challenge the boundaries of what was possible, not just in computing, but in the way we think about progress. Hopper continued to teach and inspire new generations of programmers well into her later years. She even received the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2016, long after her passing, for her contributions to computer science. Grace Hopper wasn't just a pioneer of computer programming, she was a trailblazer for all of us. From creating one of the first compilers to leading the team that developed COBOL, she made coding accessible to the world. And today, even though we're coding in languages like Python, Java, and Swift, we still owe a debt of gratitude to Grace Hopper. So next time you write a line of code, remember, you're standing on the shoulders of giants, and Grace Hopper is one of the biggest. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this look into the life of a true programming legend, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment with your favorite story about Grace Hopper or COBOL. Until next time, happy coding!